Welcome to Boss Talk episode 9. It's 9, right?
Episode
It's
9.
episode 9, brother.
Episode 9. So we're going to hop straight into it. The Boss Talk subject of the day is going to be prioritizing. Do you, when you get into a business, prioritize things correctly? And are you disciplined enough to prioritize? I catch myself from time to time not putting things in order, like my time management may be off, but it's just crazy because I'm way more aware and alert, and I see how it trickles down throughout the day. You make that one mistake
Yep.
at the beginning of the day, and then the whole day is shot out. So my advice to people is you got to listen to, I told you about this book that I read, The Three Magic Words,
Right.
where if anybody, first of all, I read the book because it was one of the books that I saw Nipsey Hussle had recommended. He actually had a list of books that he recommended. And so I checked that one out. I pretty much agree with it. I want to say about 98%. There was one detail in there that I don't want to spoil for nobody. I just want you to read the book and check it out for yourself.
And that's our sponsorship, y'all know.
Yeah, right. But I didn't agree with that. But for the most part, the concept of the book is essentially we have our conscious and then we have our subconscious. And every day we go out into the world and we mute our subconscious. Our subconscious is actually the thing that is connecting all of us together. It knows things. It knows how to speak Chinese, Spanish. It knows every language, everything. It knows it. But we mute it. And what we do is we listen to our consciousness. To give you an example would be like, you're on a diet and you got the option of eating a cheeseburger right here, and then you have the option of eating this grilled chicken. Your subconscious is like, that grilled chicken is good. That's what you need to be doing. But your consciousness is like, bro, it's okay. We could just eat this cheeseburger. Mm-hmm. In your life, every time you listen to your consciousness, it will set you back. Never one step. It will always set you back 2 to 3 steps every single time. But the reverse of that is every time you listen to your subconscious, it will boost you forward 2 to 3 steps. Yep. But you'll never just be 1 step forward or 1 step backwards. So prioritizing is listening to your consciousness and making the decision that I'm going to make the most wisest decision at the beginning of my day so that everything else goes according to plan.
Yeah, for sure, bro. You got to prioritize. And you're right about the whole subconscious thing, because every time I don't listen to my subconscious, I land up feeling so guilty after. It sucks. But you got to pick and choose what you prioritize. Like how we were talking about last week. We're trying to hit the gym, right? We're trying to stay on that schedule, but we can't because we got so much that we're doing right now with this podcast, with our production company, with our everyday lives work in general. And unfortunately, it's super hard to stay committed to the gym right now. But everything that we're doing right now is working out. Like, we're elevating so much right now, bro. And you just got to pick and choose what you prioritize. Stay disciplined, and you'll level up. You'll see where your growth is.
You guys hit it on the dot. I also think that you should just never procrastinate. That's one big thing. Like, a good tip is, like, just look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself your goals as needs be, however it may be. That's what I used to do. I would look in the mirror and I'd be like, bro, you're not going to smoke 5 packs of cigarettes today. Just kidding. I don't smoke 5 packs. It's 7 packs. But
there it is.
Just a little tip. I'm trying to be as truthful as possible, brother. Like the most truthful president, Donald Trump. But we'll get to that later. It's not the time yet. Right now it's boss talk, conversations. But just listen to that subconscious, like you said. Lean towards that. It's like the angel and the demon, right? Now it's more scientific, like the subconscious. Right. Or what was it back in the day? It was the angel and the demon that would pull up, like, eat the chicken. And he's like, nah, man, don't eat that chicken, bro. Eat that Pop-Tart, boy, and shit. Yeah. Like, so for sure, just go after. I mean, it's going to hurt. Nothing good or anything that comes that is good is going to be easy. So you got to go through the pain for the gain. Yeah. So you guys hit it on the mark. I'm pretty much, whatever I say is just going to loop back. It's going to be a recycling of what you guys said too.
Yeah, it's like you got like the angel and the devil on your shoulder, Go ahead and put that in post for me, actually. Show them right now.
One of them is a fat Moses, and the other one's a less fat Moses. Not even a skinny one, just like a less
fat.
less fat Moses. And one of them's like Arnold Schwarzenegger, bro. I got you.
There you go. There you go. That was
both of mine are swole. That's why it was me. I'm like fighting demons.
One of mine is just wearing all black. The other one's wearing even more black. So.
One is jet black.
Yeah, one got a slick back hair without gel. The other one got it gelled back to like a point like you could.
He's in like Super Saiyan, dark.
The sharpest shoes you've ever seen in your life.
No, but in all seriousness, one other thing that I wanted to add to that same topic was, because it's hard. Like if anybody's brand new to trying to carry themselves in a really professional and productive manner, the one thing that you don't realize is it's not just about what you start or how you start. It's about how you end something. And anything can be turned from a positive to a negative. And what I mean by that is this right here. Now, this is just maybe a poor example for some people, but just hear me out. If you are spending your time, like, all right, I need to do this, I need to do this, this, and this. But before I do that, I'm going to eat first. Actually, this is a great example. I switched it up in my mind, so you don't even know what I was going to say that was poor. I'm going to eat first. But you tell yourself, I really only have a time frame of about 5 minutes before I need to go. So you need to cut it short at 5 minutes. It's a good thing to feed yourself. You have to have that fuel. But if you tell yourself, like, I need to eat, dang, I'm by this fire restaurant that I ain't been by in a minute. I'm telling you guys a true story. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop off up in here. Now you eating for 30 minutes and you're telling yourself, I needed to eat. You're justifying it. Don't justify. You need to cut stuff short so you can get on to the next task. That's how you do it. And that's what I wanted to add.
Yeah. For me, so actually what I do is, I guess you could say it's intermediate fasting, but if I do eat breakfast in the morning, I rarely do, but when I do, I have to make sure that I do something accomplished first. Like, I got to make sure I hit the gym. I got to make sure I clean something. I got to make sure I bust out like a social clip or some sort of edit to earn that. You got to earn your meal.
There you
go. Know, make sure you make your bed, make sure you do all of that. Earn it.
Do you feel better doing intermediate fasting?
I do. Yeah, way better, bro.
So essentially what you would do is you wouldn't eat till 2 or let's say like 4 o'clock and then until the next day you eat at that same time?
So for me, usually I'll eat, so I just ate right now. The last time I ate was at 5 p.m. I won't eat again tomorrow till probably like around 1.
Okay.
So I'll do like a 1 to like 5, or latest I'll eat probably is like around 7.
What about you? You eat like that too, or just like whenever?
I've tried almost every diet that there is to try. And then I just started to figure out what parts of these diets worked and which were sustainable. Because that I think that's the most crucial part is, like, yeah, they all work, but some of them are very hard to keep and maintain. And when you fall off a diet, you fall off and you destroy yourself. You might even end up worse than when you started off.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's body is different too.
True.
Like for me, like when I do have the time to meal prep and I got my 2 meals a day, I'm solid. It doesn't matter what time I eat or any of that, as long as I'm hitting the gym straight and I got my 2 meal preps going on and like a protein shake in the morning.
Right.
But
that's what I do.
So it wasn't that you were getting like brain fog or you were feeling just like sluggish, or it was just more like I don't even
right now
time.
The only reason I'm doing it is because I haven't been able to hit the gym because of how busy I've been.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
so
that's literally the only reason.
Okay, I see.
But yeah, as far as time management goes, bro, that one is super crucial. Like you said, like you could make a decision where you're like, oh, well, I got an hour out of my day. I could take 30 minutes to do this. But then you just wasted 30 minutes and you could have got something done. And then your whole day is already scheduled out where, damn, I lost that 30 minutes. Where could I fill that in at?
And now you lost it in every activity.
And then that goes for the next day. And then the next day you're just like, damn, I still got to do that. And I got all this going on. And, so time management is huge.
You know, a good trick is a lot of the times we'll be strict on something for ourselves. And out of nowhere, we will break it, right? It's also good if, let's say it's Friday today, and you tell yourself, like, man, I broke it yesterday. I'm going to just go ahead and go through the weekend, and I'll get it back right on Monday. Shock yourself the other way and just be like, out of nowhere, like, you know what? Nah, I'm going to make the good decision now on a Saturday. And instead of just saying, I'm going to just stick with it.
Right.
The same way you break it is the same way you fix it.
Yeah. It's like a light switch.
Yeah. You fell out of it, you need to just jump right back into it. You don't need to wait for things to be perfect and comfortable, because that's how you don't get nowhere, is always looking for comfort.
I noticed that like a lot of people too, if something goes wrong with their day, their whole entire day is ruined. And it's like, now you got to flip that mentality. If something goes wrong, okay, how can it be better? What can I do next to
fix it?
Exactly. And then once you fix it, bro, like your whole day is gonna change.
But that's just that, like, that quitting mentality, right? Like, one little thing happens, oh, I'm just gonna walk around like this all day, all sad and shit. Like,
Yeah,
and
I'm a quitter.
Yeah, usually those people are the quitters, but the people who are just resilient, militant with the mindset, bro, they can be shot. I don't care what they go through. They're still the same tip through anything they went through. So I feel like that's important too. You need to fight that emotions. I know some people are more sensitive, some are less sensitive, but you need to be able to fight against those bad emotions that you realize that are holding you back. But some people just thrive in bad situations. They like to be in those sucky situations, but you have to keep yourself from those situations as much as possible, because I've seen people like that just go into depression, go into, like, they're anxiety freaks and stuff now. So yeah, 100%. You need to be able to fight those emotions so you can stay on track all day, every day. If something bad happens, okay, cool, moving forward. Yeah. And those are the people who make it in life, unlike the people who, they meet a little speed block and that's it. The day's ruined, the week's ruined, the month's ruined. Like, come on, bro, you can do better than that.
I like the whole, like, show me your network and I'll show you your net worth. And that goes for a mentality, not only your bank account as well.
True.
You know, like us, what we do here, bro, like, I feel so, I mean, I don't like the term inspired, but you know what I mean? Like, I just feel so, like, I want to do more. 100%. What can I do next? What can I do when I get home to help elevate us in every aspect in our lives?
Same. And another quote that goes along with what you said is also, show me who your 5 friends are, I'll tell you who you are.
Yeah.
Which is one of the realest things I've ever heard, like, straight up. You don't even need to judge someone by meeting them. Just like, let me see your boys, bro. Who you kicking it with? Yeah. You see, they're all losers, but if you see someone that's around, like, winners, then you already know, aka the Boss Talk crew.
You're gonna win.
If you're around us, you're probably gonna win. If you're around some bums, you're gonna lose. That's a very strong quote, and it's straight up factual too. When you look at it and you see people and their groups, you're like, okay, this makes sense, that makes sense. Whether it's girls or guys, even with, like, you'll never find a good clean woman in a group of hoes.
Right.
I feel
that won't work out.
It's crazy because another saying is, you are what you eat. And I did have mac and cheese before I came, and I'm the mac and I got cheese.
So there we go.
Just don't use Nah, but
that shit. Throw on the beat real quick, dog.
Whatever. Oh yeah, right. Nah, that's interesting, and it's crazy because the devil's good, man. He's really good. People, like, we all make these comments, like, you go to church, they be talking about how we beating up the devil, we stomping on the devil, all these things, but don't make no mistake. The devil is good. He is good at throwing you off.
Intellectual, very smart creature.
He knows he's older than us. You know, he's an older, like, sibling, if you want to put it like that. Like, he knows how to manipulate. And I know for me,
lies.
Yeah, the king of deception, all of that. I know for me, watching us on this podcast, being able to see myself, there's a lot of times where, like, I'll feel some type of way on this couch, that you don't see on the camera, because I can't see it. I'm like, oh, you, because I was raised as a man. You got to be emotionless for the most part. That's how you make it through life.
Yeah,
I am affected by so many things, but I just don't respond to it. But the crazy part about it is just that's how the devil wants that. He wants you to have a bad experience and then, like, react negatively towards it, or, like, wallow away and whatnot. So. Yeah, no, we definitely everybody needs to just push through. You got to push through, because we all going through it.
Yeah.
You had, what's the man's name? Robin Williams, the one who committed suicide.
Yep.
R.I.P. Yeah.
You never saw it, you know? But we don't matter how much money you got in your bank account or anything like that, you are going to have bad days. Some of us have more bad days than other people, but you got to keep trucking.
Yeah. Like, as a man, bro, if you have a bad day, you better learn how to overcome it. 100%. You got to switch that mentality. It's like your sons, your daughters, your partners, your wives, they all look up to you as a man.
Right.
But who else looks up to a man? And that's why we as men like to be around each other. We have that brotherhood. We have that wolf pack. And you have, like, women that get upset about you being around your boys. But it's like, no, you got to understand, like, we're not doing nothing wrong. We're just here to talk to each other and help each other out.
we should be.
We should be. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Because it's not always happening, but
right.
that is the thing, and that's why you should, like you were saying, who you surround yourself with is so vital. And I think that people hear that statement of surrounding yourself with somebody, and they always relate it to money. Like, I just want to surround myself with, myself personally, I want to surround myself with people with high morals.
Yep.
It's so hard.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, it's so hard to find people with high morals because it's so easy to just, the world is accepting.
100%.
So if you want to just be a degenerate and do it, and I know because I was a degenerate, you know, and everybody accepted me. You know,
it's crazy, bro. Everyone always accepts you when you're in the party scene, and then once you want to get out of it and do good for yourself and try to boost your career up, no one's there for you.
Especially if you have the character and you walk in the room and the room lights up and everyone's staring at you type shit.
Yep.
And you're like
the life
a
of the party.
kingpin exactly in that room. And I'm pretty sure we've all felt that, or at least people who are that person. It's either you have it or you don't have it. Not everyone's blessed with that. But it could be used for better things, not only walking into a party. That's how people implement it into business. That's how people implement it into the industry, entertainment. But I even want to add on to those strong morals that you were talking about. Not only do I want to be around people with strong morals, but hardworking people with strong morals.
Yeah.
Because, bro, I know, I've met a lot of great people with great morals, but they're just lazy people. Now, do I want to cut them off just because they're lazy? No, I still want to be good. But there's also another saying that says, it's not a saying, but it's just a fact. Like, you can't lift someone up. It's harder for you to lift someone up rather than it is for the person on the bottom to pull you down. And that's 100% true. Just from my own life experiences, I've tried to help people come up, and I realized they were dragging me down into the same bullshit hole that they were in, trying to make me be in the same bum-ass life that they were in, thinking that, they're tough guys or this and that, whatever the hell it may be. So
it's like
also that too.
You're working. Hey, bro, you've been working hard. Like, come have a drink. Come on. One's not going to hurt. You got a whole week ahead of you. Like, nah, bro, I can't.
Straight up.
Those type of people, they just bring you down, and you just can't surround yourselves around those type of people when you're trying to get at a certain point in your life.
100%. And I wanna bring up something else, kind of change up the topic. We were talking about like what a man is and how a man should conduct himself, right? Like Mo said, and I agree with it. If you're a man, you can't just let the smallest shit mess with you. You can't be complaining. You have to be able to go through shit. It may be the worst thing you've run through in your life. You still gotta walk through it like it was nothing. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. While I'm bumping some peasy on the car, about to go buy some Yeezys. So. If you don't check this is what I was gonna ask though real quick.
Yeah.
So we know what a man is, right? So what is a woman? I've been watching this documentary, bro, and it's hilarious. The Matt Walsh. What is a woman? And we had kind of like a convo like that today, remember? So I just want to ask Mo too, and all just the boss talk boys. What is a woman to you? I'm not talking about a hoe. We can talk about what a hoe is or what a bitch is or what none of that shit is. No. I'm saying, but it kind of encapsulates. It falls in that. It doesn't fall in the category, but you understand what I'm getting at. So what is a true woman? What is a real woman to you as a man, of someone with good morals, ethics, raised by a real woman?
Right.
What would you guys think?
For me, it's someone that's like family oriented, respects her body, respects herself as a woman, and just wants to carry herself right, you know? But I'm going to go ahead and say, like, I can't specifically say exactly what a woman is, because that's kind of a woman's job to say what a woman is, just like how it's a man's job to say what a man is.
For sure. No, I'll say what a woman is. I have no problem in saying that. A woman can give birth to a child.
Okay, yeah.
Actually, not like,
like
these people like, I'm pregnant. No, you're not. When the baby comes out of you, then I'll be like, okay, then a male has become pregnant. But a woman is able to give birth, and if for some reason, obviously, we know even some males can't. Scientifically, some male can't pass on the seeds needed for the woman to get it, and sometimes even women, their body, her eggs aren't the way they're supposed to be, so whatever. But if you're able to give birth, you're a woman.
Throw a biology book at him.
Yeah.
You know what I feel is
accompanied with the Bible.
Yeah.
I feel like, remember we spoke about the devil again, and the confusion that he sows. I think that a lot of things in life are like very simple and not even intense, and he will find a way to confuse and throw intensity into a situation that should be calm. So it doesn't need to necessarily, like, we don't need to break down what's a like biological, what's a woman and this and that. And when I see people going, I'm not saying you, but matter of fact, you sent me a clip of somebody, the arguments or debates and whatnot. Or at least it led me to it. You sent me like a clip of, I think it was the one dude who was always debating, and he's sitting in the center of the room with the college students, the Jubilee one.
Oh, with Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, and so that led me to some other things, things that are similar, where people were actually debating about what it is to be a woman and all these other things. And these are like debates I would never get into. It's just like, because I know what it is and you know what it is too. But when we want to talk about the difference between a girl and a woman, see, because now that interests me, because just like it interests me to talk about what's the difference between a boy and a man. The difference between a girl and a woman is that a female who understands the structure that God has aligned us to have. Because as a man, I feel like we have to look at the world and we got to navigate. We have to be emotionless. We have to put things behind us and we got to keep moving forward. I don't exactly expect a woman to be emotionless. We want all of that emotion.
Yeah.
We want it, even with the negative, because then that brings the positive, you know? But we want that woman to understand the structure. We need and what's the structure according to God? It's God, then the man, then the wife, and then the children. Meaning that she always needs to look to her husband and, believe in him. And I think that that's a woman, because it takes a woman to do that. Because even if you ran a company and you're like the head, you don't want somebody working for you in that company who's always questioning what you're gonna do and everything like that, and you're just like, yo, can you just chill and play your position so I can move this ship? So a woman is somebody who knows how to be a co-captain and
correctly.
Right. And I think that's the best place that I could put it. But it also, there's no like general, we got into this topic last time when Amora was here and we were talking about the gender roles. There is no like one shoe fits all,
right.
But there is a structure. And that's what I think. And you're a man when you recognize the structure as well, meaning that you recognize like, hey, just because my wife is breaking down and she's showing all these emotions, I can't do that too, because I'm at the top of the structure. I have a responsibility to keep it together at all times. Everybody's looking to me. I can't be looking to my wife like, I'm down. What?
Right.
Like she could be there to support you, but
100%.
Yeah.
Since I know I brought up the biological point of like what a woman is, but since we're going to talk about the characteristics, a woman is somebody I believe a good woman, a real woman is a woman that can pull up in a room and like I talked to you today, right? And like the boys in the room, the men, they put their pants up and like, oh shit, that's a lady. Like, like you got to be respectful. Don't cuss when she's around. And I'm pretty sure you guys all notice, especially with like moms and aunties and stuff, like a real strong woman needs to just give you, a strong woman needs to look at you once real quick and you already know like, okay, you're messing up. Not to say anything. Like I know like my mom would give me a look and I would be like, and that's the only woman who could do that to me, obviously. Like, but I'm just saying like, there is a look, there is like an energy that a real woman, like a strong woman that knows who she is and what she's worth. When she comes into the room, people realize that it's not this, I don't know what the hell it's become, all this like thought type shit. They want to act like they're men. They want to fight, act masculine. That ain't woman like, bruh. Act the way you're supposed to be. Now, I'm not trying to tell anybody how to live their life. I'm just saying if you want that respect, if you want to be treated like the woman, the lady that you say you are, right? Then you got to act like that woman in elegance, in grace, and walk in with that inner beauty that a woman should have, that class that a woman should have.
Yep.
It's silence. You don't need to speak it. The girls don't need to talk about it. Just like a real man, a real G, when he walks into the room, he doesn't got to walk in and dog everybody down. It's the type of energy you walk in with, and women have that shit too. Because again, if there's no woman, then there will be no man. So it's a balance. I know some people want to say, well, no, men are all the Andrew Taters. And shout out to my boy Andrew Tate. We all love Andrew Tate.
Tater tots.
But hater, number one hater right here, always.
No,
I'm kidding, bro. But
I'm just thining about food.
Yeah,
that's the tater tots.
I like Andrew Tate.
That's a good combo.
Yeah, bro, Tate's hilarious, bro.
But
fucking geeks. But
I do agree with that, bro.
Yeah,
exactly what you said was perfect, spot on. Like a woman needs to learn how to carry a man's feelings, be there for a man. Like you can't, if he's going through a situation, don't be going over there to yell at him or get mad at him or whatever you feel like that. Like just give him the look and he'll know what it is.
Exactly.
You want to talk to him in a good mannerism. There's no need to start no arguments or nothing like that, and he'll respect that, and
so,
he'll definitely change his ways if you do that.
This is what some people think too. They think if they go yada yada yada, get all loud and start fighting, they're gonna prove a point, and I'm gonna hurt. No, you ain't doing shit. Sometimes the best response in any environment, any situation you're in, is silence and giving him that look, whether it's for a man or a woman. And not only does that show your class, your elegance, your stature, your sophistication, but it also sometimes will make the other person be like, damn, bro. Like, I did all this bullshit, and the way she or he handled the situation with strong girls, even on the women, like, damn, this woman is deserving of my respect. Not when the woman gets tries to get all loud with the guy hits the guy hits her back, and she's like, I'm a woman, you hit me and shit. And the guy's like, bro, you hit me first. And I'm not condoning to hit women. I'm not saying you should go and hit women.
Max said it's an equal fight.
But it's an equal fight, and if you want to have equality and you guys want to do all this equal pay, then I should be able to do the attitude adjustment on a girl if she ever runs up on. No, I'm just kidding, but I'm not. So, back to the point.
It's like about maturing too. Like, even for me 100%. Personally, if I remember being a kid, bro, and like being part of altercations, I'm gonna go ahead and square up with you. I don't care. But now, if I'm part like of any altercation that happens, I learned how to I need to sit myself back. I ain't trying to fight nobody. I'm just trying to chill and settle the situation down.
Depending on the situation.
It definitely depends on the situation. Like, if somebody did something to my niece or nephew, you best believe I'm going to handle that without any words said. But other than that, bro, if the situation there's no need for fighting, like, I'm going to de-escalate it right away.
Exactly.
Especially in today's world, like, you don't know who knows how to fight. You know, like, everybody trains nowadays.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, you're going to go ahead and try to start somebody with a sick-ass MMA fighter. He's going to handle your ass, you know? So just be careful out
100%. And then there's also the fact, like, bro, if John Jones is running up on me in the bar, right? Let's say I'm at the bar and we're drinking, and, you know, have you guys seen those memes with Dana White? They're like, my son just beat cancer, and he had diabetes and AIDS, and he's cured now. And Dana's like, listen, John Jones is the number one fucking fighter on the planet, okay?
Just something completely opposite.
Like, what the fuck he left out the part. He's like, my son's a great fighter. And then Dana comes in like, John Jones.
Yeah. He's like, John Jones is the greatest fucking fighter. No, because I was saying the AIDS and shit, because they're like, he's a fighter like that, right?
Yeah.
I got it twisted, but you know what I mean. So, like, look, if John Jones is fucking running up on me, and respect to John Jones, bro, I fuck with John Jones heavy. But, bro, I'm shooting your ass, bro. I'm not duking up with you, bro. I'm looking for the closest chair. I'm looking for the closest fucking bottle. Like, if I'm not, obviously, I ain't running from that bitch. I ain't leaving. But if I see somebody like a John Jones, Brock Lesnar, like, I would take my chances with somebody my size that I know is an MMA fighter, because I'm like, screw, you know, if I get a lucky shot, that's gonna be sick. But with a John Jones that's 6'4" with his leg, like, he throws his leg out and he reaches me from the other side of the room. Fuck that, bro. I need long distance artillery, probably a 9mm or something to, you know, ward you off. I'm not going
AK-47.
Yeah, maybe? I don't exactly AK-47, some ballistic fucking missiles.
Sometimes it's not even about. Even if the person is out of your like weight class, it's just like,
no. I'm talking about fighters. I've knocked out people.
No.
John Jones' height, 6'4", 2 of them back to back.
I'm not
but
even saying
a fighter of that size and a John Jones, hell no, bro.
I'm gonna put it to you like this: I'll shoot somebody 4'11", because I don't feel like fighting. You know what I mean? Like, because sometimes, like, we had too much stuff going on, and so like now I'm not this. Like, when I was in high school, bro, I used to not wear watches, even though I liked them, because I wanted to be ready to fight.
Yeah.
I still don't wear watches, but at the time, I didn't wear them for that reason. I just got used to it, I think. And then there was certain jewelry that I didn't want to wear because I wanted to be ready to fight. Nowadays, it's like, is that what I want to be, like, the guiding factor of my life? Do I want to go around being ready to fight? Like, no, I want to be ready to get a check. Yeah. I want to be ready to assist somebody, all these other things. So therefore, putting the fighting like kind of on the back burner, you know, you catch me on the wrong day trying to do something stupid, you might die.
Yeah.
And that's just the bottom line, you know? And I would respect that with somebody else too, because there are people that I know will give me a challenge. I think I'm pretty good at sizing people up. I know, like, I'm an animal when it comes to physicality, but there are other people I'm like, I think this dude would give me a challenge. But I also know this nigga got a gun, and I know he will shoot, even though he may feel in his mind he could easily take me out, just because he has so much stuff going on.
Yeah.
Don't have time. Don't have time to be wrestling around, potentially blow out my back or whatever the case is, like from strain myself.
But he has time for 30 years in the county jail,
But
so just kind of a stupid but I get what you're saying, but it's like, okay, you don't got time for a 5-minute scuffle, but you have time for 30 years in
a
county.
scuffle.
True,
I know what I mean? So that's
bro.
what I'm saying is like at the end of the day, you have things to get to, right? Like I got to get back to my kids. So I can't take the risk of, are you that crazy? Like what if we fight and you do get one up on me, you knock me out? Now you're just over here stomping my head into the curb, and then now I'm paralyzed for the rest of my life.
Bro.
We're not gonna find out. You're gonna die, or you're just gonna survive at 50 Cent, I guess.
You're
but
you're gonna Batman him.
You know what I'm saying?
Turn him into a vegetable real quick.
I've actually curb stomped somebody before.
Yeah.
Like multiple times, and luckily, like it was a big scuffle that happened between me and my boys, and it was like these two other guys. They were at the party. And we already knew, like, right away.
It was a rumble, or it was like a one-on-one?
Nah, it was like a 2-on-2.
Okay.
And then it was with me and one of my boys. But, like, going into the party, we already knew they were going to be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
They landed up getting kicked out, come back, trying to start problems. They open up the gates, and me and my boy just go out and just knock them. And I'm right there just curb stomping this food. And I had my boots on, too.
Yeah.
Damn.
Dude, like, looking back at how stupid that was for me to do. Because if I would have killed him, I would have been in prison right now.
But did you find out if he was good?
No, he was good. He was good.
Okay, good. He had a thick skull then.
He got up and he had a fucked up face, but
you know what it is too?
It's just stupid. Situations like that, you got.
100%.
That's why I always say de-escalate it, because you never know what you're gonna get yourself into.
I hate it too, bro. I've been in my fair share of like fights and issues a lot during my high school years, more than I should have been. And I've always hated it, bro. It's like even if it was for the right reasons, like that fool messed up, he said some shit he didn't have, and I handled it the way it needed to be without getting into details because we don't want to incriminate ourselves. But I always felt bad after, bro. I don't know if that's just like in Armenian we call it khirch. I don't know how you would say that in English, but it's like it's like empathy kind of like. Mm-hmm. I feel like God blessed me with like that's not why you're here for, bro. Like you're not like Christ wouldn't have handled that situation like that. You wouldn't have done that. Even when I knew I was 100% right, bro, and I did it, I would always sit back after. I'd be like, damn, bro, like you did that to a fellow a human, regardless if you're right or wrong. I've always hated that. Like I've never had too much of an issue with confrontation. It's like, okay, let's handle it. But I've always hated when I had to take action and I knew something was gonna crack and I've like hurt somebody, done something like that. I would always it messed me up after. I don't know if you guys feel like that too. I mean, it depends. There have been situations where I'm like, nah, I deserved it. Mm-hmm. But 99.999% of the time, I'm like, nah, dog, I could have been a little bit more chill, or I could have not done it the way I did it. What do you guys think about that?
I'm not going to lie. I used to love fighting. Like, I got a thrill out of fighting, bro. I loved it. If I wasn't going to be a film director, writer, I would have been a fighter. For sure, bro. Like, I used to smile. MMA I used to smile going into fights, bro. Like, that shit was just fun.
What would your weight class be?
My weight, I wouldn't give a fuck. I would go up in class, bro. Like, I loved to fight, but
just being the shortest heavyweight fighter ever,
bro. Like,
hey, look at Mike Tyson, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not saying anything short,
bro. I'll throw some punches, bro.
Being short in a fight is an advantage, and these idiots think
it can be. Once you just got to get close.
That's it. You break the distance. Once the distance broken, you're fucked.
That's all it is. You just get short and close. And then you go body to body and then give that up because, bro.
100%.
I used to love it, but I'm good off it now.
When I was younger, I actually got into a fight with somebody. I whooped this dude's feet, bro. Like, it was terrible. And it's funny, too, because before I actually fought him, I was, like, a little bit nervous, only because one of my close homies, I was looking for this dude all day to fight him. And I seen, like, one of my homies going to another class or whatever. And I was like, you seen him? And he was like, no. He's like, hey, bro, but be careful, And he's just hyping this dude up. And I'm thinking, like,
homie does jiu-jitsu. Taekwondo champion.
He told me I've seen this nigga lift somebody above his head and, like, slam him. And now the whole day I'm thinking, like, what have I got myself into? But I haven't told nobody this, though. I'm like, I don't care. Like, where you at?
Yeah, fuck that shit, dog. This street work.
Right? So eventually we do end up finding each other. And I end up just packing him out. And the thing about it is that I'm not even just like hyping myself up. My hands are good and I'm fast and I'm trained. even without being trained, I just have like these instincts that are like crazy.
There's fighting instincts for sure too. Either you
Yeah.
have it or you
Natural.
don't.
And basically, what ended up happening is that while we're both kids at the time. While we're in high school, while we're fighting, he's landed no punches on me. This is a person who's won fights. He has a reputation for winning fights, and he's landing no punches. And it's not because I'm dodging. It's just because I'm centering all of my punches. So all of my punches are coming just like bam, straight down the. I don't want to mess this mic up, but they're coming straight down the center, and he's just trying to like
He's flailing.
haymakers, and he's just like I'm just feeling taps on my shoulders. He's just like hitting me on the shoulder, which is nothing, you know.
Right.
And I'm so I didn't miss a single punch. And I probably threw, I'm not even exaggerating, like at least like 30 to 40 punches, and all of them landed square.
He definitely had a concussion and shit afterwards for sure.
Oh, bro, like while we were fighting and everything like that, I'm just mangling this dude, and it got to a point where I'm just looking at him in the face, and he had so many cuts and was just bleeding from everywhere, all over his face, that I just like stopped hitting him, and I'm just like staring at him, and I'm like, bro, are you done?
Like, just stop.
Are you done? Like, please, bro, because like I don't want to keep, because I had, you know, so much more stamina, wasn't even remotely tired.
Right.
And I'm like, if we keep going, like, your parents ain't even gonna recognize you, bro. Like when this is all done. As a matter of fact, I whooped him so bad that I walked out completely. I walked straight past like the narc. The narc didn't even know I was the one fighting. He saw a crowd.
Yeah.
He's looking for. He knew he fought because he's just tore up. He didn't even know that I was one of the people. I went through like multiple class periods later than they came and got me. And when they got me, he was like, why'd you do that? And I'm just trying to play dumb. Like, what are you talking about? And he's like, you box, don't you? And I couldn't even like keep it in anymore.
You just start laughing.
Yeah, I just laughed. I never told him.
4 years Golden Glove champions.
It just starts.
The mic couldn't take the pressure.
Nah, but the whole point to this story was just that I stopped fighting the dude. I just mid fight, I just stopped throwing punches.
Yeah.
Out for no reason other than it just felt bad. And I think that when it comes to violence in general, you got to be having some real demons or whatnot going on inside of you to just like fully be able to carry out all the way through and to just enjoy it. Now, unless that person did something like deserving, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They touched your child.
Right.
You know, something crazy where it's just like, I get it,
That's
you know.
an instant, yeah.
But you know, and I mean, technically, we don't even get into that. I had my reasons, but I just felt sorry for him.
Well, now I do Mexican judo. Judo know if I have a knife or a gun.
I was like, what is Mexican judo, bro? That's hilarious.
Now you know.
Do you guys, you know how people say like, bro, I black out? And like,
I have blacked out.
Nothing like, bro, if I black out, dude, we all know one of those people. Have you guys Cause bro, whenever I've been in a fight, I never black out. I am so concentrated, bro. Like my adrenaline. It's like, that's how I know I would probably be if I was ever drafted to go into the army or something, like, that would be amazing.
Right,
yeah, like, I'll post it right there. Everyone has green camo.
Like
I got black camo. I'm just smoking a cigarette, like, no stamina. They're like, bro.
Max is diving in the air, like, doing the crazy maneuver.
They're like, bro, the snipers can see.
They're Max, the war's over here.
Nah, I have, like, when I was, like, in the 5th grade, this is the only time this has happened to me. Wasn't trained yet. Still had hands. I was making a joke with somebody, and they took offense to it, and I didn't even mean to offend him. I thought, like, we're just joking, right? But he started to get butthurt, and I didn't even see it coming. He just, like, walked over, and, like, and he's in the 6th grade. I'm, like, at the time, because I used to be the shortest all the time. I'm, like, 4'11", and he's, like, at least 5'10", 6 feet at this time. And I'm standing like there's a bench, like imagine this is closer to the wall, and he just comes over as he's walking by me and just like rams me into the wall like hard. And I didn't see it coming. So the moment that my back like made contact with that wall, I blacked out. Like I know, like I was conscious and everything, but like I just started like fist of fury came out, bro. Like I'm just like boom, 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 boom. And I'm just like, I didn't even know what I was saying, but every cuss word was coming out of my mouth. I'm just like, you da 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 da.
Like the fifth
like,
grade
you
cuss words,
fucking-
you know,
Yeah.
you ass shit.
Now, I was good at cussing in the
You
fifth
dweeb.
grade
Oh,
already.
you fucking
I
nerd.
think I had started cussing already at like kindergarten. So by
Oh,
fifth
yeah,
grade,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like
you're
veteran cusser.
Stupid ass motherfucker, pulling it down.
You know, destroyed that kid. And I remember, and I'm sorry, bro. Like, if you're watching this, I don't even, you know, like, cause it's not, you know, it is what it is. But
It happens, bro.
But I just remember that afterwards, he goes into the office first. As a matter of fact, he ended up looking just like the other dude. I think I'm pretty dangerous. So, anyways,
Stay dangerous, because
Yeah.
safes get cracked.
so then afterwards, they pull me into the office, and I kid you not, as soon as the door opened up, it just got loud. Like every yard duty, everyone's like, how could you do? How could? And I'm just looking, and I'm like, you don't sound 4'11". This dude's 6 feet. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what was I supposed to do?
What
Just
are
let
you
him
yapping about, bro?
Yeah,
That's hilarious. Okay, since we're on the topic of fighters, what's your guys' 3 favorite fighters? And I'm gonna start off with mine. It's pretty, I wouldn't say like cliche, because I've actually followed their fights and there's a reason to why I like them. Number 3 would be John Jones, because John Jones is just a legend. Number 2 would have to be Conor McGregor, because we fucking love him, yeah. And number 1 would have to be Mike Tyson for me, because he's a fucking warrior.
I think for me, it would be, it's probably going to be boxers only, I think. And it's going to be Marvin Hagler. And if you guys don't know who Marvin Hagler is, that's the most like technical yet grittiest boxer that there ever was. Another is going to be Pernell Whitaker. Pernell Whitaker, like, I used to just love, and by the way, all these fighters are on YouTube. I love that dude. He would just be like super moving out of the way, like almost like crouching down to the ground and just come up and smack you, be all over the place. And then third, who do I want to give third to? And I'm not putting them in any order, but it's difficult, bro. I don't know. I just always look to them. Oh, and I guess Muhammad Ali. And it's not cliche because we think it's cliche until you go look at some Muhammad Ali footage and look at those sparring sessions and understand, like, no, this ain't just some like pretty nigga out here who could just like, nah, he was really taking blows from like the real heavy hitters.
Ollie was
and
a G,
standing, bro,
Ollie was a
like
G.
and moving around and like, yeah.
Ollie's there too,
Yeah.
in my list for sure.
Yeah, I'm Ollie, Mike Tyson, and then just because I fucking love the guy Conor McGregor.
You gotta love him, bro. He's fucking little fanny pads, yeah?
He backs his shit up, bro. I love it.
Well,
He was at a point, and he's still...
At his prime, bro.
you didn't see him pull that girl's hair?
Oh, yeah. And his wife's just right there, like...
But
He's like, "Oh, I'm just
people were
playing."
saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, I think he thought it was his wife."
And so
Nah,
why
nah,
would
he
you
knew
pull
it
your
wasn't.
wife?
People
I
making
don't know.
excuses for him.
I don't know what it is.
He
I
knew
love
that
Conor,
wasn't
bro.
his wife.
Yeah.
He just sauced.
But here's the thing. Here's the reason why I had Tyson and McGregor, right? It's their personalities. So Conor just had that cocky, like the show, like pulling up into the room and just like cussing everybody out like, you fucking little fool over things, yeah? And then you had Tyson, who was also like that, but he was cocky in like a scary sense. Like Tyson would walk in the room and they're like, nobody fucking look at Tyson wrong. Don't fucking do nothing wrong. Because Tyson might, like...
Yeah, he might do
gonna
that.
Yeah, it's like, I'm a warrior. I fucking come out and kill. Like, bro, I wouldn't want to, have a convo with Tyson like that. I'd want to have a
even
good...
in the ring, bro. He would just stare you down straight into your eyes. Like,
Oh, yeah, bro.
One of the worst
Animal.
times ever for him that I seen him on a mic was when they were right there and the woman spoke and he was like, "Are you speaking out of turn again?"
Yeah.
Like, you don't speak. He's like, "I usually don't speak to women until I fornicate
Yeah,
with
like-
them." Like,
Like,
no,
come on,
Mike,
Mike.
no.
And the girl shut the fuck up.
Hey,
She was
and
like,
you know
nah.
what's funny is every dude in that room shut up too. Ain't nobody say nothing.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
like,
Who the hell's gonna... Or the other one where they're like, so who are you gonna vote for? He's like, I'm voting for Trump. And then they're like, and who's gonna do something about it? Have you guys seen that? And they're like, I'm gonna disagree with you, but I'm not gonna say nothing about it. He's like, yeah, that's what I fucking thought. What are you gonna say to Tyson, bro?
well, look, since we're on sports, the Dodgers just won the World Series.
Shout
Everybody
out
clap
the
it up, clap it up. There we go.
Dodgers.
It's back in LA where it belongs.
yes, sir.
So, I'm in downtown all the time. It's a lot of chaos, a lot of ignorance. Somebody, sorry, bro, blew his hand off.
Some dumb shit,
Blew
bro.
his hand off, and it's like, it sucks. Like, bro, you lost a hand.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't even on 4th of July, I don't mess with fireworks at all.
Okay.
You know, because you just never know. And honestly, I'd rather just shoot a gun in another direction.
Right.
And know
Yeah, like there's just celebration, like
yeah,
shooting
you
up
know,
in
take
there
me to
and
the
shit.
Middle East. We, you know, like I don't know if they're doing it in Lebanon or where. I don't know if you've seen that video where that dude was dancing with the gun and they're like, I ain't partying with this dude no more.
You haven't seen the grandmas? They have like the whole turban and everything, and they're just sitting, and out of nowhere, like a fucking deagle comes out. And, like,
they just shoot it. Yeah.
But it's crazy, right? Like, okay, the team, we're in the city of LA. The team that we're representing of the city we're from, that we all love, wins. So what do we do to our city?
We destroy it.
We go light a bus on fire.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense, people of LA. Come on, bro. It's our city. Why do we gotta be like this?
Bro. It's a celebration of LA, and you're gonna go ahead and destroy everything, fight everybody. Like, just celebrate together, laugh together, drink together, party together. That's it.
Do wild shit. Don't blow up a bus.
And then imagine if it's your car and you got people throwing trash cans in your car, lighting your car on fire, taking it up. Like, that's messed up, bro. I would be so pissed.
Oh, 100%.
I think it's, you know, if you really think about it, is sports fans worldwide though. In other countries, they be killing their players. You lose a championship game, they coming on that field killing you, cartel killing you.
Like the North Korea, like the soccer team lost. They pulled up and started torturing the whole team.
Well, I think Escobar did that, didn't he? I think Pablo Escobar did something like that back in the day. In the
I think it was him. And then you look at the UK or in London, like you see how they get with their sports. They doing the same thing, burning buses. Yeah, it gets crazy. I think sports are like football out there to them. Soccer. Football is a religion to them. They are scrapping over that. Like, and it ain't like sport. You know how like on our sports fans, it's like some of the fans are that way. Like, nah, over there, it's like you better not be Liverpool. You better not. You know what I'm saying? And then they're rolling up and they're throwing hands. You know. So I just think in general, sports fans could get kind of crazy everywhere you go.
Very crazy.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go. It's
wild. But shout out Dodgers. Speaking of Dodgers and Dodgers Stadium, also rip Fernando Valenzuela. But
R.I.P.
Do you guys know about the whole Chavez Ravine history?
To who?
No.
Chavez Ravine?
Chavez Ravine.
Yeah. So Chavez Ravine, it was a community that was there before Dodger Stadium.
Okay.
So what happened with this, right? It was a whole Mexican community that used to live there from the 50s and prior. And the city came up to them saying that, oh, hey, we're basically gonna bulldoze over, but we're gonna make these housing projects, and you guys have first dibs on them. So what happened is it took a while for the city to do this. They landed up just getting people out of their houses, offering people. At first, they started offering people like $11,000 to leave their house.
Okay.
Some of the people took it. Now back then in the 1950s, you could get a house for $15,000. You couldn't get it for $11,000. So now these people are homeless. The people that didn't want to leave, they landed up bulldozing over their properties, dragging them out of their houses, putting them in cop cars, beating them.
That's wild.
And taking over the whole property, bro.
It's the same thing happened like in Pasadena with like the 210.
I believe so. So this is in the 1950s. What happens is the housing projects never get made. So these people are shit out of luck. They're homeless. They lose everything, bro. And the community's gone. What lands up happening is because the housing projects don't get made, here comes Dodgers from Brooklyn. Well, at first they were at the Coliseum, but they landed up signing this contract to build Dodger Stadium right there at Chavez, where Chavez Ravine was.
That's crazy.
And because of that, a lot of Mexicans hated the Dodgers until Fernando Valenzuela came from Mexico to play for the Dodgers as the pitcher.
That's crazy. I never knew about this.
And then that's when the Mexicans started loving the Dodgers. And now we're like some of the biggest fans.
Yeah, you guys are. I was about to say that, bro. I haven't seen one white guy in a Dodgers
Pavilion
shirt.
boys, baby.
But yeah, it's all, and bro, everyone. Today when I was going down to Southgate, bro, I saw so many compas just in the Dodgers fit, and I was honking at everybody, and they're like, "Ay, ay, ay!" Like on the streets, I was boosting out.
They're like,
bro.
"What's up, ese?"
Yeah, bro. Mexicans took over the sport of baseball for sure, bro.
Yeah,
that's your guys' sport now.
That's a little history for you guys.
You know,
right there.
that's crazy.
Very interesting too.
That's crazy because as you know, Jackie Robinson also played for the Dodgers, and so it's kind of crazy to see the black and brown like influence, and that's why the Dodgers are so important, to our communities.
Yes,
you know, even though that's pretty messed up.
Yeah,
how we got here. I think that man, like in Pasadena, when they were constructing the 210, they do this everywhere, man. It's like that's what government does. It's like, hey, let me just move you here. Oh, you don't want to move? We're just gonna kick you out and leave you disenfranchised. It's something that I was gonna bring up. I saw an interview clip of MLK, and where is it at? He said, so basically, MLK during a past interview noted that although other groups of people have been enslaved at some point, no other group of people have been enslaved on American soil other than African Americans. This is a drastic handicap for us in this country. So and I just bring this up when we're talking about the way that the government does things and how it affects us. I think that that's something that people of other cultures don't really focus on or think about. Because I've always heard growing up, like, oh, everybody was slaves, like, and yeah, but then like not where you are though. Like you may have been enslaved over here, now you're over there. We're still in the place where our people were enslaved, and then still after slavery ended, the handicap was still there and still expected to move forward and just perform just as equal as everybody else. So I think that it's actually very honorable to be of this race and to know that the handicaps that I've had to come through, and to look at the people who pushed us forward, right? Like Jackie Robinson,
right?
Look at what they were, the racial slurs and everything that he had to deal with. But they don't love you until you're winning, until you could be like of benefit to them,
right?
Other than that, you ain't even a human.
100%.
Have you guys seen the Jackie Robinson movie 42?
No, but I knew Jackie Robinson went to PCC. It's the college.
He's from Pasadena. Yeah.
Have you seen the movie?
I didn't see it.
Oh, bro, you gotta watch it. It's with Chadwick Boseman.
Right, I know.
R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick,
but bro, that movie
crazy.
is so good. He killed that role.
Yeah.
But I would suggest to watch it, bro. It's a super good film.
Since you brought up MLK, I want to bring up a point too. I've been seeing a lot. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but they're bringing up some dumb shit. Kind of similar to like I wouldn't say too similar, so I'm gonna retract that. But they're saying, oh, MLK would have orgies in every city he would go into. He had a white girlfriend. Have you heard of that stuff?
I heard that.
And
MLK
before you answer, just for the Armenian delegation, real quick, just what I want to say is nobody's perfect, bro. What did he do in the long run? What did he do in the long shot? He did something amazing for the African Americans, right? Okay, the guy's not perfect, bro. Obviously, he's going to have some sins under him, and they're trying to compare him to Malcolm X because they're saying the difference between Malcolm X and MLK was that Malcolm X wouldn't go and do orgies in other cities and party and call himself a pastor and do this and this and this and that. But at the end of the day, they both did a lot for the culture, right? They both did a lot for the African Americans. And at the end of the day, you can't be going on little sins. And I feel like that's another issue in today's culture. Like, what are you even calling the guy out for, bro? Look at what he just did in the hole. Obviously, he's going to sin. You sin too. I guarantee if someone walked in the room with you alone, they're going to see you doing some freaky shit. So what are you, like, out here trying to insinuate? Yeah.
69
certified pedophile, bro. It's like, tripping.
Hey.
So, like, bro, Martin Luther is the king.
I'm going to segue
That's all
from
I
that
gotta
too.
say.
No, I agree with you. And I have heard before that he was having affairs. I don't know if that's true or not.
FBI file, supposedly.
Right.
Why is that in an FBI file? Who gives a shit if the guy had a affair,
but it's also
bro?
But it's also, if you know about COINTELPRO, the FBI and the CIA have always deemed anything that was black as terrorist. They labeled it as terrorist, and first of all, who assassinated MLK? That's on record. FBI. It's on record. It's on record. The FBI assassinated MLK
because of the influence he was gaining.
It's no conspiracy. They deemed him a terrorist. The guy who was talking about peace, right? And so people just got to peel back the layers and know who's talking to you. That's why I don't hear, like, people be talking and I'm just like, okay, that's right, shut up, because I'm just like, I really peel back layers and I piece it together, right? But yeah, my opinion on if he did or didn't have no affairs is that he shouldn't have been having affairs if he was.
Right.
But it's just hard to believe because of, like, how do you be in a position like that? Think about the amount of discipline that it takes to allow somebody to physically harm you and you don't respond. That's intense discipline. almost the same type of discipline that it would take to be a faithful person to your wife, and to be so dedicated to a cause, to know that this is something that might tarnish it, even though the reality is it wouldn't, because he still moved us along a far way. But to know that, it's hard to believe. I don't think so.
Right.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen of Boss Talk, a song of the day keeps the doctor away. What's your song of the day, JB?
I'm gonna go with "Put It in My Hand" by YG.
400. Okay, what about you?
I'm gonna go with just because Uncle Snoop just came out with a song and he's coming out with an album, Gorgeous. It's with Uncle Snoop and Gene Aiko.
Okay, and my song of the day, ladies and gentlemen, is Adriano Celentano's Confessa. And if you haven't heard of that, you should hear of it ASAP. It's an Italian song. And another quick thing I want to ask, since a lot of good comedy specials have been coming out. The comedy world is going crazy. Like you guys always hear me mentioning Kill Tony, which you guys are going to hear more of if you haven't, and you're going to see how it's going to revolutionize comedy, like more than comedy has been. Real quick, what is your guys' favorite comedians? Or comedian, let's put it that way, of all time? If you had to choose one.
I'll probably go Eddie Murphy.
Great pick.
Eddie Murphy's great.
I'm going with Bernie Mac.
Gangster pick, and I'm going with Don Rickles. And let me tell you this. You know Don Rickles?
No.
Bro,
Have you ever seen the movie Casino?
Yeah.
Remember Robert De Niro's like right-hand man, the bald
pit
fool?
boss, bro, the bald guy.
The bald guy. He comes in through the pad with the shotgun.
Hold on. What's his name?
Bro, Don Rickles. Bro, Don Rickles was the king of roasting.
He was great.
Funniest, and he would say racist shit, but the thing with him was that people would love him. He'd be like, folks, I make fun of a lot of people. It's
Don
like, I make
Rickles.
fun of the whites, the blacks, the Jews, not so really.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
What was another funny one?
He's an absolute legend for sure.
They were doing
He
the
just
roast
died
of...
not too long ago.
Yeah,
actually.
bro,
I
like
think
90-something, bro. Crazy
was it last
genetics.
year or 2 years ago, I believe?
Couple years ago.
2017, April 6th.
Oh, was it 2017?
Yeah.
Damn, that went by quick.
He was doing the roast of Tebow. No, Mr. T. They were doing the roast of Mr. T in the 70s with like Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra. And he's like, I met Mr. T long time ago at a 7-Eleven, and he looked at me and he said, "Give me your money." Like he was like the way he would like just come out with it.
Yeah,
and the crazy thing with him is that nobody pushed this whole racism bullshit on him, but they did tell him when he got older, like, you can't be coming out with these jokes no more. But like white people, black people, Mexican, everyone loved Don Rickles. He was you knew it was a joke, and that's the whole issue.
That was when back when people weren't sensitive.
That's when people weren't
I
pussies.
wouldn't even say that. It's just he wasn't racist.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
you could always tell when somebody's like, because I can tell, right? Like I'll allow certain people around me to make black jokes or whatever, and I know you're not racist.
Right.
Like I know. But then there's other people like they get to making black jokes, and I'm kind of looking at them like
Max's
like,
black neighbor.
Shut your ass up.
his black neighbor,
Shaquavius, my G.
Tyrone. Call on him.
Tyrone.
Okay, so look, two things I want to get into. First of all, Tyler the Creator just dropped an album. Have you guys heard it? Have you heard
Chromacopia?
anything from that? Have you heard it?
I was trying to go through it today. Maybe I didn't hear the songs that I should have. Like I heard a couple. I was like, whatever. But the guy's creative. It's in his name.
I haven't heard it, but I'll listen to it on my way home. I heard that Absol song that you said. Yeah, bro, that song is
sad.
Yeah.
Right? I be
By
listening
Tyler?
to it all the time. No. Remember that last?
last episode. It was
Yeah. You said
Oh, the
song of day?
Absol song
Yeah,
that
the
you're
Book of
talking about?
Soul,
Yeah.
yeah. So, I'm almost done with the Chronocopia. How you say it? Chronocopia?
Chromacopia, yeah.
Yeah, I'm almost done with it. And for me, what I am sensing is a lot of work ethic and creativity, dedication. Is it exactly like the album for me? I'm not saying all that, but it's like light years this year above what most people have been putting out, because people are putting out that there's not really effort in it, you know? But this album has a lot of effort, a lot of thought, and a lot of depth to it. And that's what we're missing right now in hip hop. It's a good album. Congratulations. I'm waiting on that Kendrick album. It's coming. And to segue into my next thing, did you guys see this video that Drake put out?
Certified lover boy, certified pedophile.
That man.
What? Yeah.
Him.
What about him?
Drake put out a video, like it's like a snippet or whatever, for a song called No Face, where pretty much it's him and the OVO squad or whatever.
Oh, are they in
They're
a
in the
mall
mall.
driving around and shit?
Yeah. Bro, I'm just like, man, if you don't cut it out, I'm like, this is 6ix9ine right here. Like, you surrounded by all these real gangsters and people who probably put in work.
Wait, I'm sorry. He's over here in LA?
No.
It's probably like in Montreal
somewhere in
something.
Canada.
Like,
okay.
In a mall,
Toronto or whatever.
But the whole video is like black and white. He's looking like the mob boss or the leader of the group, and all of these like real niggas behind him, like, you know, who are probably shooters or been in jail, put in work. They're all back there, like, and then they're riding through the mall in like Escalades and whatnot. And he's talking about, at one point he says, like, he puts his hand up like he's shooting a gun. I'm like, nigga, you ain't never shot nobody in your life.
Have you guys seen the SNL skit where this is when he was young, he was first getting into the rap scene. He would pull up and he was like, hey, what's up, Jared, or whatever, and they like ignore him, and then he gets into like his feels and he's like imagining him like dissing them. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah.
And he's like, Jared, I never liked you.
He disses everybody.
Skit.
There's like 6 people that he disses.
Yeah. They all do like the smallest shit, like there's like petty small stuff, and he's getting all sad over it.
Drake,
that was hilarious, bro.
Stop trying to be a gangster, stay a lover boy, dog.
Bro, I like Drake.
Drake had bangers.
Yeah,
I like Drake when he act tough. But
Drake's had bangers.
November
even the tough
18th,
songs, even the melodic songs. The guy he has a good voice. He does it. Again, I don't even know where all this beef shit came out with him, but it's just like, the guy does have talent, bro. He's not bad.
Oh yeah, we're not taking away from the talent.
Like, you got to give him his flowers.
Just don't try to be someone you're not.
Oh, I'm not giving him.
For sure. No, of course.
He's not getting
a gangster pass.
He's not getting no flowers from me. Yeah. I don't, because I see, for me, again, like I think we talked about this probably episode 1. Hip hop culture is deep to me. It's something that is deeply tied to black culture, the same way that, you know, merengue music is attached to.
Right.
Who is that? That's not all Hispanic culture. That's
I don't know. It's probably, I'm not sure. I don't want to get it wrong.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you have different things that people might look at as just as entertainment, but it has a deep value to a certain culture, and it represents us because it was our way to shine. You know, this was our way to express this. You know, because real art is expressive. And so, to me, like, hip hop will also move black culture because of what it was started off as. And so, when you have like hip hop artists who are really putting a lot of effort into like their lyricism, and they're showing you like, dang, I gotta be dedicated. I can't just get out here and just like mumble on the mic. I gotta really do this. That motivates in one way or another. It may motivate you to be a better banker. It may motivate you to be a better runner, because you're like, you see how much effort and dedication this person has put it in, right? Another thing too is it could literally push you in a direction. Hip hop is powerful. If the biggest names in hip hop right now were pushing the narrative that we need to be family oriented, we need to be men, we need to not womanize, we need to not be irresponsible, that would cause a major shift in the black culture, which is what me as a black man, I look at that first. When I look at Drake, the dude is a cancer to my culture, right? To his own culture, because he's black too. He is a cancer.
Damn.
Because all he does is, at his age, still rap about, like, this nigga be coming out, like, he came out with a necklace one time with supposedly a gang of engagement rings that failed for him. Like, why are you glorifying this, bro? Like, that's corny.
Yeah.
But you got your, you know, your glazers who are, or like, they look at that and they think that's hard, and you have motivated them to keep up. Like, yeah, I don't need to get into a real marriage, and, you know, I'm going to be the sad boy, the lover boy, and all this other stuff. Versus, that's why in this beef, when Kendrick got in that one part of the song and he was like talking about raising his son and teaching him how to pray and all this stuff, and he's like, you don't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
When I first heard that song, that was the part right there where I was like, it's over, it's a wrap, throw in the towel.
Yeah.
Stop.
Ring the bells,
like,
bro.
you cannot, like, as a human being, you cannot top that. I can sit up here all day and be like, I'm more gangster than you and all that other stuff. But when I sit up here and I'm like, bro, I'm a better father than you'll ever be.
Yeah.
and the world is like, that is true. He is a better father than you. Like, that's sad.
That's
you know?
real right there.
So for me, and then it's like, there's no maturity in Drake. Because after all of this, instead of like getting on his responsibility, because if one of you guys calls me out for something, what I'm going to do, I'm going to dig myself into a deeper hole? Or am I going to be like, you know what? You checked me, you were right.
Yeah.
And I need to adjust, and I need to be a man about it and get better. Or am I going to sit there and be like, nah, you're not going to tell me what to do, and I'm going to dig my hole deeper. And that's what I feel like Drake is doing.
Yeah.
So when you get a chance, check the video out. You see the softest person ever standing in front of gangsters and people who really, you know, put in work, using him, because he's being used at this point. I'm pumping his head up. Like, Drake, you not no gangster, bro. Like, and it's not even like that's what you need to be. You ain't never been in the streets like that, bro. Like, all of this stuff, you want to get older and do this now? Like, it doesn't fly, bro. Like, we see you, and I don't respect it. I don't respect it. That's my thoughts on it.
Yeah.
I don't got love for a wannabe in general. Just on that whole topic, because you're bringing up the point of people who want to be something. I have no respect for somebody who's a wannabe. I'm not even saying it for Drake. I don't care. I don't even keep up with Drake. Like, honestly, the only times I would keep up with Drake was like when he was first, like in 2015, 14. That's when he was like really like actually making bangers and shit. And he wasn't on no gangster stuff either.
Right.
It was like he was collabing with everyone. Rick Ross, Jay-Z, Light Up. I think it's called Light Up, if I'm not wrong. Well, he has a banger with Jay-Z on one of his old albums. Kanye, bro. They've had some of the craziest features together too. I don't know, bro. I haven't been keeping up with him. It's just his style isn't like, it doesn't resonate with me. But in general, on the tip, when you're saying people who want to be something that they're not and they try to get into that shit later in life, like, yeah, I ain't messing with that, bro. What is there in that life?
Yeah.
No, I mean, and I feel like in general, like for me, when people say like what's going on, how did this come about? For me, that's what it is. I'm just a man now, you know. And there's even other artists who I don't rock with that heavy anymore that I used to love and admire because I was so young. They were older than me at the time, and so I thought that what they were saying was correct. This is how it should be. But now it's like I'm seeing through this, and I appreciate the real artists, the real rappers, the ones who really. Speaking of which, like, and here goes like a mixed review or something. Freddie Gibbs just dropped the album, and I think it's pretty fire. You know,
Freddie's a G, bro.
Immense talent, right? But there are some things. It's like he be getting into some deep stuff, but then he also will be saying something that's like, bro, like that's not good for the culture. But I also understand as a MC myself, you got to tell your own story, and I get that, right? But I can respect it because you can see the depth there. But when I look at somebody else, like same thing, I'll go to 6ix9ine. I was telling people all the time, like, nah, I'm not with this. I'm not with this. Because it's a cancer to the culture, and that culture affects my people first, you know. And so I have a different, like point of view on these things. I think that what else do I got for y'all before we? So, 3 things. As you know, I tried some Armenian desserts.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah, she did tell me.
Fire.
So, but those are Lebanese.
Okay, close.
Every time Armenians, the guys are throwing in Lebanese. Lebanese this, Lebanese
I'm glad you
that.
said they were fire, Jevon.
Moving on. Thank you, Lebanon.
Hey, no, but the Armenian, bro, I'm gonna bring that shit for you guys.
Bring it, bro.
If anything, we're gonna go eat Armenian after this.
Do you know of something called? I think it's called cash, something like that.
Cash?
Yeah, somebody.
He's not Armenian.
No.
Bro, what is this guy talking about, bro? You're not Mexican enough, dog. Don't get at me like that, dog.
I don't think.
At least I speak my language, bro. Come on, don't do me like that.
What is he,
bro.
Sabo kid?
No Sabo. It's okay.
I'm like, Moses, what are they talking about? I'm like,
I have no idea.
¿Qué pasó, güey?
Nah, but I went to. I think there's an influencer. His name is like Anwar, right?
Anwar.
Yeah.
So
Anwar.
there's a restaurant in downtown called
right there up by Sani Alley.
Yeah. And Anwar's Kitchen.
Yeah.
There's a dessert in there, and they told me it was called cash or whatever. And I was looking at it. It was looking like pretty basic. And I saw it like twice, and I'm like, you said $4? Go ahead, throw that in the bag too, right? Bro, that thing was so fire. I'm like, bro, like, and I've been trying to like type it in. I'm writing
that's like Middle Eastern problem.
I know, I know it's not Armenian. I just was curious if you had heard of something along
Kosh?
Is that what it is? Kosh?
I'm just saying it more in an Armenian accent. You said cash. I'm like, that sounds like
how she said. That's how the lady said it.
That sounds like a black like rapper girl cash. Like the
that's
new
like
Saweetie or something.
When my daughter starts her rap career, young cash. Money bag cash.
Or like an Asian rapper like cash.
That's funny.
Maybe if you spoke English, but have you seen that South Park episode?
Hey,
I have not.
Bro, like real quick after we cap this.
Yeah.
So. there is in South Park. There's this one restaurant called Shitty Sushi.
Yeah.
And then there is a Shitty Wok. So Shitty Sushi moves right next to Shitty Wok, and Shitty Wok is the Chinese restaurant. So the Japanese guy moves right next to him, and one day he walks in and he's like, "You need to move your restaurant." And he's like, "What?" He's like, "You need to move your restaurant." He's like, "What? Don't you understand me?" He's like, "Maybe if you spoke English." But they're both talking in the same accent.
Hey, bro, you know what
bro.
though? I've been watching
Hilarious,
South
bro.
Park at work because one of the girls, like, she's in love with South Park.
Hilarious.
And, like, we'll put it on right there. It's hilarious, bro. Like,
Tell her to bring up that episode for you. You're gonna laugh.
I'm about to
so
hit her
much.
up after this one. You
Later.
said, what's the episode?
I forgot the name, bro. But then they unite together. They're like,
And
they
the
go to
guy's
school.
not even Asian. He's like a white guy.
Oh yeah, have you seen him doing the voiceover? It's so funny.
No. I'm saying like the character is not even like I don't even think the character is.
Oh,
even
like
Asian.
the guy behind the scenes?
I think it's like the cartoon character is
Okay.
actually a white person. I think in like yellowface or whatever you want to say.
It
Like
may
Okay.
be, but then later they unite, bro. They go to the school to kind of because I guess no one in South Park knew the difference between Chinese and Japanese.
Yeah.
Have you seen it when they go to the
Yeah.
school and they're like, "Did you know that the China and the Japan not the same thing?"
Yeah, bro. I've
You
been
guys should
trying to get
work
more
with
on
me,
South
dog.
Park. It's hilarious.
It's
now,
funny,
now
bro.
when we talked about, like I said earlier, I'll allow somebody to make a black joke or whatever with love. Like I would, all of the black jokes on South Park are hilarious to me because they had Ron Isley there playing chef.
Right.
So you know they're not racist, and they
Yeah.
got him doing that. Quick detail, I got to get these in, bro. I just have so many topics. So this is a quick, crazy fact. I was talking to somebody about the fact, you guys know I have twins, and I was letting them know that this didn't happen in one setting. So pretty much my wife got pregnant, and then later on she got pregnant again during the same pregnancy. So they were not made at the same time. And then somebody was like, "That's crazy. Can you imagine like if like somebody could have two different dads?" And then I looked it up, and this has happened where a woman has slept with one man, got pregnant, and then slept with another man, got pregnant at the same time. So the twins came out, and the only reason they found out is because later on she was trying to like sue him for child support, and they took the DNA test, and one of the kids was his and one was not.
W man, which was also not a W because of what the situation.
That's crazy though,
But
right?
imagine
That's
the
a
baby's
trip.
like beefing it inside,
Like, are you half brothers or are you full brothers? Like we were
I
in
would
there
count.
just-
I would
Wow,
count that
bro.
as half.
you know,
Right?
that's like more than half, right? 'Cause-
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like 75%. 75%. We'll cut it
You're
at
3/4.
75.
You're a 3/4 brother to me.
And I think the last thing that I want to bring up would be so, and this is not funny, by the way. This is actually some clown stuff. We were talking about fighters earlier, and somebody who used to be higher up on my list, and I took him down as a fighter. Yes, of course, he's still up there. Is Mayweather. I don't know if you guys saw Mayweather actually in Israel, like walking around. He met up with Satan Yahoo and all the Zionist clique or whatnot. So, and he actually gave them, I think, some bulletproof vests or whatever. This would be the second time that he's dropped off aid to Israel, right? And I just don't understand. I'm like, if you want to talk about a person who's money blind and dense, he is him.
Didn't real quick, this has to do with it. Didn't Muhammad Ali broker a deal with one of the so-called was it Saddam Hussein? That
I'm
he
not
made a
sure.
deal with. I think Muhammad Ali, there's like a crazy story that Muhammad Ali, like none of our government officials were able to do shit, and somehow Muhammad Ali went
That
and he
sounds
met
about
with
right.
like that sounds like something Muhammad would do, bro. Like just bro, Muhammad, he put him in my list, bro. He's in my list.
Yeah.
But he's essentially knowing Floyd and the way he thinks, probably doing something along the lines of that, right?
So, first of all, like Floyd, like they always compare Muhammad Ali and Floyd all the time.
Horrible comparison.
No. They compare him in the sense of like, you see Ali would be out by himself, no bodyguards, like amongst the people.
Oh, and
Versus
unlike
Floyd's
Floyd,
out there
Yeah,
with
Floyd.
like,
four bodyguards,
four
yeah.
mountains.
And he probably
From the
fights
Game of
better than all
Thrones.
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so like that would be like the difference. And they always make these comparisons of the like how Floyd is like self-centered, it seems arrogant. And I used to defend a lot of his characteristic traits because a lot of people think that Floyd came from like a rich, wealthy background. He didn't. I think his mother was a crackhead, strung out on drugs, and his father was a D-boy, and I think his father went to prison. And so he did fight against some odds, you know what I mean, to get to where he's at. And he did get there, like, with his own 2 hands. So you can't take that away from him. But I just it disgusts me when I see, like, I feel some type of way when it's somebody of another race or culture doing something. I dislike it. But when it's my own people, it disgusts me. I'm just like, man, like, bro, how are you gonna be over there, like, with your money or whatnot? Babies are being blown up, you know, innocent children being killed, innocent grown people being killed and blown up, burned in hospitals. They have nowhere to go. And you're over here giving money to the people that are doing this. Like, you don't know that our people went through something that's just like almost just as crazy, you know, for 400 years, if not longer. So I just wanted to bring that up and bring attention to clown activities. You know, that's what that is. And bro, you need to stop it if you see it, which I know you don't listen to nobody, bro. You're just an arrogant dude, but that's sad.
Well, he may be misinformed, bro. He may, or not even misinformed. He just, the info he has, because, you know, propaganda is a strong thing, bro. They'll make fallacies into fact. No, this is fact, and this happened in this year. So you don't know where he's getting his info from, bro, because I don't know, like, too much about Floyd. I've kept up with Floyd's career because I'm a fighter. I love, like, not a, like, street fighter and a real legit fighter. Like, you know, I have my background in MMA and boxing, too. So I've always, all these fighters I've kept up with. But you never know what he actually thinks, bro. He may not know correctly the people he's around, or just the research he's done is leading him to, like, be more pro-Israel, other than being, like, Gaza.
I just think that you got to be real
not
dense
Gaza, Palestinians,
and up your own to not know at this point, to not see it, you know. And I would okay that if he wasn't involving himself, but you're involving yourself. So how do you make a decision like that you see that there's 2 sides having a conflict? And so, like, you know, you're unaware of that a genocide is happening, but you see 2 sides having a conflict, and you're just like, oh, I'm gonna just pick a side, and you just happen to choose the powerful side and give them, you know, aid and money and whatnot. And it's funny because I was looking in the comment section, they were like, I'm surprised I don't see DJ Khaled out there walking alongside him, because he don't even know he's Palestinian.
He'll have his bodyguards be carrying him.
Right. DJ Khaled's hilarious. What is he? Is like Gatorade, like at a golf course or something?
Yeah,
like,
just random. Dude is random, bro. I don't mess with that dude neither.
Hi, dog. DJ Khaled's hilarious. Come on,
he's
bro.
Palestinian, and he hasn't mentioned not one thing. All these other Palestinian celebrities, like, you know that
but what if we don't know? What if this guy's actually donating on the other side and we don't know shit?
Listen.
So I don't want to speak on that
because they need more.
You're hilarious, bro.
They need more than that, bro. Like, I know me. Okay, I'll put it as an Armenian, right? If you guys are going through another genocide, and then there's somebody who's at the top of the world at that moment who's also Armenian, and he's not saying nothing. Maybe he is donating behind closed doors or whatever, but he's not saying nothing.
He needs to use his platform, is what you're essentially trying to say.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree with that. And then, speaking of, since we got onto the political tip, I want to bring up, so one of the most important days every 4 years is about to crack. Election days are about to figure out who's going to be our next president. The bronze bomber, Donald Trump, or the maniacal cackle witch with a capital W, working at, supposedly she worked at McDonald's, but Trump's worked 15 minutes longer than she has at McDonald's. I think I gave a good intro for Kamala. Who are you guys gonna vote for? What are you guys gonna vote for? And I'm not even gonna bring up who I'm voting for. I'm not gonna try to sway anyone's, like, political mindset. None of that. So I'm just throwing it out.
Who you voting for?
Well, first of all, they're both horrible people. Mm-hmm. Like, we're fucked regardless. For me, I ain't even gonna vote this year, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna vote. And
you don't feel no type of way about maybe the family members that you have, or people who are gonna give you, you know?
They can say whatever they want.
Yeah.
It don't matter for me. I mean, my opinion is my opinion. Their opinion is their opinion. Like I said, I say this all the time. Just respect everyone's opinion, you know. But I ain't gonna vote, bro. They're like, I don't feel a certain way for either of them. So
yeah,
I'm straight off it.
I can't do it because you guys know how strong I feel about, you know, the genocide that's taking place, and both sides are actually, you know, I feel like pretty much they both are saying the same thing, which is they support Israel and what they're doing, and I can't get down with that. And yeah, man, like I don't believe, at the end of the day, I go to church, I hit my knees and I pray to God, and he's the one leading my life, no matter who ends up in office.
Right.
I'm gonna be straight, so now I'm not voting either.
Yeah, man, I vote for God. That's who I vote for.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. And you know who I'm voting for? Because we've got a lot of great people, lots of great people, just not Jevon and Moses, okay? And listen, the blacks, they love me. The Mexicans, they love me. And they said, excuse me, they said, the Mexicans, they'll never love you. And I said, don't tell me what I'm Mexican. Tell me what I'm Mexican, okay? And you know, Moses, I like to think I put the panic in Hispanic. Here's the thing, folks, here's the thing.
You know what? You got my vote.
That's what we want to hear.
Just give me a small loan of $1 million and you got it.
Excuse me, that $1 million was worked for. Listen, we used to have the greatest schools, and now you send your kids to school and they become gay. Folks, it's a horrible thing. We're in a nation in decline in regards to declining and the nation, okay?
Hey, what about that commercial that's talking about Kamala Harris supports they them. Donald Trump supports you.
Because I support you, ladies and gentlemen. I support Jevon and
smart
Moses,
marketing.
okay? Great people.
This is endorsed by Donald Trump. So we did at the end of that. Hey, you know what?
It's important, ladies and gentlemen. You guys need to vote, and they think they're like morally superior. Like, we're not gonna vote.
Nah.
They're horrible people, bruh. Whatever. Look. Flowers to both of them, but you know who I'm giving the most of the flowers out. I'm not even going to tell you who I'm voting for. I'm not going to say nothing. That's for you to guess, but I think I'm going to vote for Trump. Easily, simply. And, you know, we love Moses, just not this Moses, okay? The Moses of the Bible. He wrote the 10 crack commandments. Great guy,
Biggie
okay?
Smalls. Biggie Smalls.
We love Biggie, okay? Another New York guy.
You know what? You know what? He sent me a video, which we've almost forgot to bring that up. About what happened at the polls.
What happened at the polls?
So the guy who was wearing the Go Brandon, was it a Go Brandon hat or whatever? Remember
yeah, we got to talk about that. Let me take this shit off, dog.
Yeah. We can't talk.
Donald Trump for 2024. That's all that matters, ladies and gentlemen. You vote. You can make a decision.
You got like 3 minutes, bro, on this last one.
No,
Let's get it.
It's good. All it was a video of somebody going to the polls. And I don't know if you can't wear any political clothing or whatever the case is, which I think is ridiculous in the first place. You should be able to do whatever you want to do. You're casting a vote, right? And the dude was going there clearly to vote for Trump. I think he had a Go Brandon hat on, which is for those of you that don't know, it's supposed to be like
Let's go Brandon, yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a diss to Biden. And the workers were not trying to let him cast his vote. They were trying to tell him he can't be in there with that. He gets into he's clearly a self-entitled, ignorant person, but he ain't working. He gets into a verbal altercation with them, and eventually one of the workers ends up putting hands on him. And then like he's trying to get his lick back, and it was just a bad look. I personally feel like it was worse on the poll workers. It's just like, and we can't be out here getting so pressed about these politicians.
Straight up, bro.
Y'all don't even fight about God like this. Y'all don't even support your own religion like this as much as you support Trump or Harris and all that.
Yeah, I agree with that too. It's like, okay, see, like we said, he has a complete different political idea than you do, and I have a completely different like political. Should I wear the wig again? I don't think I need to wear the wig again. You guys get the point. So we're all different, but we can still sit here and laugh and boost out. That's the problem with Americans nowadays, bro. You guys are forgetting. You guys are letting an election polarize you so much and divide us, and that's the worst thing that we can have as a human race. We need to stick together. But on the white guy, the way he reacted was horrible. Maybe he was better acting nicer before or what, but when the video starts, all I hear him saying is like, this is my goddamn rat, and he's taking his hat off his head,
right.
And he's screaming at him like, you bitch, this is my rat, and the girls are like, you know, sir, whatever, you got to just take the hat off, and he grabs the hat and he flings it across the room to the other side of the room.
He threw it out the room.
Yeah, but like people were in line. Like he almost hit one of the girls. Like that's not how you react in situations like that. But if someone tells you something that you know is actually your right, you react differently. You don't start, you damn bitch, you damn this, you damn that. So he handled the situation wrong too. But the pollster should have never in the first place. It's you don't tell who to wear what, when, and how. So.
All right. Well, that's boss talk, ladies and gentlemen.
You have nothing to say, bro?
Nope.
He said it.
He said it.
He said it.
I said it without speaking.
There you go. Telekinesis, ladies. No, that's not telekinesis. Is that telekinesis?
It's something.
It's something, but it's boss talk, ladies and gentlemen.
Great episode, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Let's get it.